across America, incredibly talented artisans are making amazing objects the old-fashioned way, by hand. On this episode of Handcrafted America, things are coming together quite nicely. In Minnesota, a stained glass artisan shows me that color is in the eye of the beholder.
Ah, that changed completely.
In New Jersey, I'm meeting a leather worker who found his calling in America's favorite pastime.
People intuitively know it's a baseball, but they say, that's different.
And in Wisconsin, this maker's jewelry boxes are almost as beautiful as the pieces they hold.
These are made to last. It's unique.
This is Handcrafted America. Unique is what we do.
Whoa.
Welcome to St. Paul, the capital of Minnesota, and I'm here today to talk to a stained glass designer who incorporates her love for nature into every piece. Former architect Josephine Geiger says she found her true love when she took her first stained glass class 14 years ago.
It marries everything that I love about architecture with everything I always loved about art.
Josephine's been recognized by the Stained Glass Association and the American Craft Council. She's won countless juried art fairs, been honored by craft shows, been exhibited in private homes, hospitals, and courthouses.
I've never seen this much glass in my entire life.
Are all of these different colors?
Oh yeah, there's thousands of different colors of glass.
So you buy these in sheets like
Yep.
how big?
Like these are already cut down a little bit.
Ah, this is beautiful.
Just driving down the freeway, I'll like see a really awesome sunset and go, oh, I need to make that a window.
So how long have you been doing this?
I've been working with the glass since 2003.
Josephine works with her clients to create glass panels that can serve more than just one purpose.
Sometimes people want it because it's decorative. You know, they just really like it and they're looking for a piece of art. And sometimes it's functional, like the kitchen window where they want to block their view.
She begins with a watercolor sketch and then transforms it into a beautiful, colorful design that changes with the light.
The best part about glass is it's different when it's down versus up. And then you flip it over and the backside has got completely different color.
Let's talk about the color a little bit, because I know in traditional stained glass, there's painting involved.
Right, so technically what I'm making is considered leaded art glass.
Okay.
Because I'm not painting on the glass, I'm actually taking the glass as it is.
So this is not
It's not
stained glass.
Nope, it's just colored glass.
We start with cutting the glass, except it turns out we're not really cutting it.
Cutting glass is actually, it's a misnomer. You're actually scoring it, the surface of it, and
Pop
then
it
you
apart.
snap it. Open the jaws,
All right.
get them on there, and just give it a gentle squeeze. Look at
Oh,
that.
I'm sorry. Perfect.
Next, we cut the larger pieces into smaller squares. And now, we're ready to let our creative juices flow.
So this is a bit like painting.
It is, except you're using a static palette because each piece, the glasses already has the color.
Right.
And, you know, like you put this down, it looks green, but when you hold it up to the light, it is probably orange.
Ah, that changed completely.
You have to think about how it looks in the dark versus also how it looks in the light.
After many hours of choosing the perfect design for her panel, Josie moves on to the leading process. The leading process is the glue that holds the cut pieces together. It also becomes part of the design itself by adding texture and dimension to the panel. We use Band-Aids to protect our fingers so we don't cut ourselves when we slide the glass into the frame.
See?
I know, is that
you know,
scary?
now we're ready to lead.
Okay, let's lead.
Like crafting a giant jigsaw puzzle, Josephine slides the pieces into something called a zinc cane. The lead has channels in it and gives the piece structure.
You have to think about where is this piece gonna go? This piece is gonna go here, the lead's gonna come this way.
She uses a soldering iron to hold the caming together. Then she creates a mixture of whiting, plaster of Paris, and manganese. The putty-like mixture cements the glass to the caming.
Literally just kind of slap it on the window, and then you start scrubbing. What I'm doing is trying to get this into the came, which is the lead and the zinc channels.
She has to scrub the entire piece without stopping or the putty will dry out.
You have to have some arm muscle to do this.
I know. You feel that in your
Yeah,
tricep?
this is no joke.
But then I get to go like this.
Finally!
And I finally get to see it.
So you get to hold it up to the light and it all changes.
Yep.
It comes alive. The name of this one is Gold and Fire. You can see why.
Josephine's pricing starts around $400 a square foot, and believe me, every inch is crafted with a wealth of experience and dedication. Here's the watercolor painting that Josephine made while we were together. This is the glass version. It's called Seasons in 4/4 Time. There's a leather worker in New Jersey making really cool and unusual products. That must be why they have such a prestigious clientele.
I see the presidential seal. Got it! I got it! Haha! Hand caught, handcrafted.
In Glen Rock, New Jersey, there's a leather worker named Paul Cunningham who has baseball running through his veins.
I was born in Cooperstown, I was raised in Cooperstown, and Cooperstown is about baseball. But I, more than most, really gravitated to baseball.
You know, the thing you always hear from craft people is they started with a love for craft and the material, but it really wasn't the case with Paul.
I was working for the Baseball Hall of Fame, and one of the things that we used to do was recreate early baseball games. It was a game called Town Ball, but it was a precursor to modern baseball, and we used a lemon peel style ball. The shape of the panel resembles a lemon, especially when you close it.
I see.
And this is the stitch pattern
this is
for
the lemon ball.
The lemon ball.
And this is...
the modern. And I was just fascinated with that and just started fiddling around with leather to see if I could replicate it.
There's a feeling. It's nostalgic.
People look at it and they intuitively know it's a baseball. But they also look at it and say, that's different.
They pick it up and they don't want to put it down. And then they want to know, tell me about this ball. It's different than what I'm used to.
I noticed there's another pattern over here, and this looks more like a typical baseball
Right.
that you see.
This style of baseball was invented in 1872. That was sort of the Industrial Revolution. And they were always trying to standardize things and figure out how they could streamline production. This ball has 4 seams. This ball has 1 seam that just travels all the way around the ball.
I see. So that's
this stick.
essentially why they chose that ball over
Basically.
this.
Basically, it was because they could be mass produced.
I got it.
This is our cutting die. What's unique about it is that it not only does it cut the shape, it also cuts knife that cuts the stitch holes.
So let's make this.
The first thing we do is we cut strips of leather that are about 6 inches wide. And then we just place it on the die, hold it in place, and flip it over. And then you just pull the handle down.
You gonna let me do the honors?
Go, try it.
Okay.
You have to be very strong.
Oh, I got this. I got this.
Keep going.
Really?
Just gotta go down on.
It's not working.
You need some help?
No, I don't need any help.
See what I did? I've got my weight on top of it.
Well, I had my whole weight on it.
Yeah, I'm not sure you have enough, so.
Just pull that right out. You've already got your holes ready for stitching. Wow.
This is our branding press, and essentially what we do is we put a magnesium die inside this. The carrier holds the die and brings it straight down on the leather.
You have a lot of different branding dies over here. What are all these?
They're just different companies we've worked with over the years.
I see the presidential seal.
Yes, the White House is a very good customer.
You've made
Yes, yes, the president loves us.
Wow, that's amazing. All right, so what are we working with here? What's the temperature?
I like to work at around 400 degrees, but the way this works with the leather is it's a function of 3 elements. You've got heat, you've got pressure, and you've got time. So when you're ready, I'll do it.
3, 2, 1. Brand it!
So there you go.
That's kind of perfect, isn't it? Okay, so we have our beautiful Leatherhead brand.
Now we can sew. Debbie is my first employee. She's responsible for all the baseballs.
And it's all hand sewn, right?
It's all hand sewn.
Deb, how long have you been doing this?
I think it's about 6 years now.
Let's do the math. How many baseballs do you think you've done in 6 years?
I've probably done at least 5,000.
Wow.
That's my guess. Each thread has two needles on it. We sew the first 2 seams, and then you just keep on going up the seam.
Okay, all right, I want to try it. So I start this way, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then we do this one. We have to have good vision for this. So what's the next part
The
of
next
this?
step is to put the core in. It's a rubber core.
Okay.
You have to use the pliers. So we've got that one on,
All right.
and then we start stitching up the other 2 seams. And
That-
that's it. Yep.
That's the last part of this.
Yep.
So you make a ball in 30 minutes?
No, it takes about 15 to 20 minutes.
15
do
to
all,
20 minutes.
including threading the needles. Put the needle back in here,
Uh-huh.
and then there we go. It's done.
We have it. There is the famous lemon peel baseball.
Wow, that was humbling. I hear that Leatherhead makes footballs too. I'm sure that that will be much easier.
Okay, so I'm just gonna. Can we cut to a commercial?
Leather worker Paul Cunningham was working full-time for Major League Baseball as a photo editor.
Loved working for that organization. I got bored, and I started focusing on leather work, and really it was with the idea of making it commercially viable.
If you're a baseball maker and you want to, let's say, expand your customer base, what do? You take the ball and you run with it.
Football has a beautiful sculptural shape, and so for me the idea was to take that and let that ball be about the leather.
We have camouflage footballs. We have hair on calf football, the actual fur of the cow on the football, and it's just cool. Only Paul would do that kind of thing.
That's not Paul's only unusual material. He uses bison, alligator, and even ostrich. His footballs start at $130. Alligator brings the price up to $1,500. The baseballs start at $40 and go up from there.
Ah, Paul, this is the best smelling room in the house, huh?
Yeah.
This is a classic leather ball, right?
Yes, this is beautiful brown leather. It's got a pebble grain, little texture to it. It's oily, which the oiliness makes it grippable, actually. And this is the leather that I use for my Handsome Dan football, which is my sort of the signature football that we make and sell.
Why Handsome Dan?
Handsome Dan is the Yale Bulldog mascot.
All right, well, let's make a Handsome Dan, shall we?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Well, the first thing I do is just rough cut the panel with a basic utility knife. The next step is to sew a liner.
The nylon liner is sewn into what will become the inside of the 4 panels. It keeps the leather from stretching when the ball is filled with air. The lace holes are cut, a hole is added for the air valve, and then the Leatherhead logo is branded onto the front.
It's an industrial machine that's designed for leather, very powerful machine, but also you can work very freely all the way around.
You don't waste any time, Paul.
None. So that's a football all sewn together.
Paul, are you telling me that I have to invert this football through this hole?
Yes. Victor has been with me a long time, and he's the best inverter that we have, and I think he can show you how to do this.
Okay, awesome. All right, Victor, show me.
All right, let's go.
Good luck.
All right, thank you.
First, what we're gonna do is just push in the tip, yeah, like that.
With your fingers or
Your
with a
hand.
hammer?
And then from there,
All right.
then from here, you just let the pole do the work and just work around it.
Well, that doesn't look so hard.
Well, I'm pretty strong, so I'll make it look easy. Just, yeah, keep going. Yeah, there you go. Wow.
Okay, this is It's a little bit more difficult than I thought. Okay, so
You're almost done.
how many of these do you do a day?
Probably for like 100 a day. Good forearm workout.
Oh, wow.
The next step is to put a rubber bladder inside the ball. We blow it up, and we're ready to lace. Let's hope this is easier than stitching a baseball.
I know it's not that easy.
Come back down again, but now in between all the laces.
There's just no easy way to do this, is there? All right. We laced a football. It's done, it's complete.
Good job, yeah.
Paul!
Beautiful.
Really, Victor kind of made it. Is it good?
Excellent. Perfect.
There's only one test left. Woo!
Just outside Milwaukee, Wisconsin, there's a woodworker making beautiful homes for precious things.
He has the artistic vision, the design to make wood come to life.
This is one of my favorite rings. It was given to me by my grandmother, and when I'm not wearing it, I'd like to be able to keep it in a place that's just as beautiful as the ring itself. And I hear there's a man in Milwaukee making exactly what I need.
Former software developer Bob Dickey comes from a long line of woodworkers.
Growing up, my dad would tinker, build things. We were the envy of the neighborhood. He made us a very large red fire truck play set. You could crawl in it, there was a ladder, and I remember being very little helping him paint it.
Bob studied art in college, so he wanted to find something that married his love of art with his interest in working with his hands.
He has the artistic vision, the design to make wood come to life.
14 years ago, Bob built his first jewelry box, and since then, he's sold more than 4,000 of them. Bob left the software business and now enjoys a second career as a teacher and woodworker.
So how long would it take you to make this?
That's the question I get all the time. And I'll give you the same answer is, I don't want to know. Okay? Because then I'd have to figure out how much I make an hour.
Oh,
Okay?
no.
So there's a lot more to making a box than you might think. Would you like to see?
Absolutely.
My shop's right in the other room.
All right, let's go do it.
Bob usually uses two kinds of wood to make his heirloom quality jewelry boxes.
Oh, look how beautiful that is. This is amazing.
That's called zircote. It comes from the Yucatan Peninsula. As the tree grows, in the center it's called heartwood, and that's the dark wood. And then on the outer layers, it's sapwood, which is lighter wood. So depending on how the board is cut from the tree, you're going to at times get combinations of those.
What are we doing here?
What I'm going to do is mark here just roughly the front, back, and the two sides.
Bob's work must be very accurate. He uses a cross slide on his table saw to cut each piece at an exact 45-degree angle. If one piece is off, even by a little, the box will not come together.
You're not cheating. You are not cheating. That is perfection. You passed.
Bob graduates from there to the router table. We're creating grooves for ledges that we'll use for the shelves, top, and bottom of the box.
One of the biggest hazards. What?
Once the four sides fit properly, Bob applies glue and clamps the box together.
Good work.
I'll take that credit.
Each box is unique and can take more than a week to make. Bob's pricing starts at $100 and can go as high as $1,000 depending on the box. His success as a woodworker has landed him on the cover of magazines, and he's not just a maker.
Bob is a tremendous teacher. He's very patient, and he's also very knowledgeable.
Why should people still buy handmade things?
These are made to last. And I've had a number of people who buy my boxes say, I'm going to test this down.
Many of Bob's boxes have dark wood pieces glued into the corners. And they're not just a pretty design element, they serve an important function.
And that strengthens the joint because it's end grain to end grain.
Next, he chooses the perfect inlay.
So this one is actually tulip wood, maple, and dyed holly.
And I'm helping him saw this last inlay piece so it fits just right.
But keep it flatter because you're sawing into the base before you're sawing into the list.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. So butt that down and push down to your left. Perfect. Look at that.
Look how pretty. Bob said there was more to making boxes than I'd think, and he wasn't kidding. He still has to create trays and dividers for the boxes, add a handle, hinges, and line the shelves. All right, we have the finished product here. I'm so excited because, Bob, I have to tell you, I've been looking everywhere for a home for this ring that my grandma gave me. Gorgeous. That's the one. With a creative eye, just about any material can be turned into a handcrafted masterpiece. In the hands of a true artisan, simple geometric pieces of glass are transformed into complex landscapes. Raw leather is stitched and shaped until it becomes a nostalgic piece of Americana. Planks of wood are cut, shaped, sanded, and finished into treasure boxes worthy of the memories they hold. All of these products are proof that the true craftsman senses the potential and beauty in everything they see.